Hello everyone, I am Greek Coder and in this video I will be doing a review of match 32 between LSG and RR. So this match was played at the Bharat Ratna Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee Ekana Cricket Stadium in Lucknow, and LSG won the toss and decided to bowl first. RR scored only 159 runs in their first innings, but an outstanding bowling effort from their bowlers dismantled the LSG batting lineup for just 119. RR won the match by 40 runs, and Ravindra Jadeja was the player of the match for his all-round performance, scoring 43 not out from 29 and then figures of 1 for 29 in 4 overs with the ball. So now let's start with the playing 11. So for LSG, there were two changes with Mayank Yadav coming in place of Avesh Khan and Digvesh Rathi coming for Manimaran Siddharth. They brought in Himmat Singh as the impact player in place of Prince Yadav. For RR, there was only one change with Shubham Dubey coming in place of Yashraj Punja. So Shubham Dubey came in as an impact sub in place of Yashasvi Jaiswal in their first innings. Now let's start with the first innings. So Mohammad Shami, started with some swing in the first over, and Yashasvi Jaiswal glanced the fourth ball down the leg for a four. Then Vaibhav Suryavanshi hit two fours in the second over by Prince Yadav. There were also overthrows in the same over, which went for a four, with no RR scoring 13 runs. Then Vaibhav Suryavanshi hit two fours of Prince Yadav in the second over, which also had four overthrows, and the over went for 13 runs. In the next over, Jaiswal hit Shami for three consecutive fours before losing his wicket on the next ball. After that, Jurel also got out on a golden duck. The over went for 12 runs, but two wickets were lost. Then Mohsin Khan came into the attack and bowled an excellent over, getting the wicket of Vaibhav Suryavanshi on the last ball. It was a wicket maiden over and LSG were on top with RR losing their top three within 4 overs. Then Riyan Parag hit a 4 each in the next 2 overs of Mohammad Shami and Mohsin Khan. RR ended the power play with 44 runs on the board, losing 3 wickets. Then Mayank Yadav came into the attack and Riyan Parag hit a 6 in the over to score 10 runs. Then Digvesh Rathi started with a good over going for just 6 runs. Then Prince Yadav came back into the attack and got the wicket of RR captain Riyan Parag. Then in the next over, Shimran Hetmar hit a 6 and 2 fours of Mayank Yadav to score 14 runs in that over. RR were 76 for 4 at the halfway stage. Then in the next over, Mohsin Khan bowled another good over, getting the wicket of Shimran Hetmaya and giving away just 4 runs. In the 13th over, there was a chance of getting the wicket of Donovan Ferreira, but Mayank Yadav misjudged the catch as he came forward with the ball going over his outstretched hand for a 4. Then Digvesh Rathi bowled another good over, giving away just 6 runs. Then in the next over, again there was a chance to run out Donovan Ferreira, but LSG missed it. Jadeja had played the shot on the leg side and ran the single, and when they were going for the second run, Jadeja sent back Donovan, but he kept on running and both the batters were almost next to each other. The throw was poor from the deep fielder, throwing it near the middle of the pitch, and while going to collect the ball, Rishabh Pant broke the stumps and then dived to collect the ball. Looking at the throw, Donovan started running back to the crease, and then Pant threw the ball to the fielder who came behind the stumps. But by the time the fielder uprooted the stumps, Donovan made it to the crease. Then in the next over, Prince Yadav got a wicket of Donovan Ferreira, and RR made the impact sub to bring in Shubham Dubey in place of Jaiswal. RR were 110 for 6 at the end of the 16th over, and LSG were on top with RR having to bring in an extra batter as an impact player. Then Mohsin Khan finished his spell with a 6-run over, and in the next over, Shubham Dubey hit a 4 of Digvesh to score 11 runs. Again in the next over, Shubham Dubey hit 2 fours of Prince Yadav to score 12 runs in the over. Then in the last over, Jadeja hit his first boundary of the match, hitting two fours and a six to score 20 runs off the Mayank Yadav over. RR scored 43 runs in the last 3 overs, finishing at 159 for 6, which was still an under par total, but at least the bowlers had something to defend. Now let's go through the first innings scoreboard. Yashasvi Jaiswal 22 of 12, Vaibhav Suryavanshi 8 from 11, Dhruv Jurel out for a golden duck, Riyan Parag 20 from 19, Shimran Hetmaya 22 from 18, Ravindra Jadeja not out on 43 from 29, Donovan Ferreira 20 from 19, and Shubham Dubey not out on 19 from 11. In the bowling, Mohammad Shami 4 overs 2 for 30, Prince Yadav 4 overs 2 for 29, Mohsin Khan 4 overs 2 for 17 with 1 maiden, and Mayank Yadav 4 overs none for 56, Digvesh Rathi 4 overs none for 26. So RR finished the innings with a total of 159 for 6 in the 20 overs with a run rate of 7.95. There were 5 extras, which included 1 leg by and 4 wides. Now going to the second innings, LSG again sent in Ayush Badoni to open the innings with Mitchell Marsh. Mitchell Marsh started with 2 fours of Jofra Archer in the first over, but on the last ball, Ayush Badoni got run out with an excellent fielding effort from the sub fielder Ravi Singh. The ball just went to the leg side where Ravi was fielding, and Badoni went for the single. Mitchell Marsh sent him back, but the fielder was quick to pick up the ball and then run towards stumps to throw the ball underarm for a direct hit. Badoni was outside the crease, giving RR their first wicket. Then Andre Berger got a wicket of Rishabh Pant in the next over. Then in the third over, Archer got the wicket of Eden Makram, and LSG were under pressure, losing 3 quick wickets. Marsh hit a 4 in the next over to Nandre Berger, scoring 6 runs in the over. Then Archer came for his third over and bowled a maiden to Nicholas Puran. Berger also bowled his third over in the power play, with Mitchell Marsh hitting a 6 to score 9 runs in that over. LSG were 31 for 3 at the end of the power play. Then Brijesh Sharma was brought into the attack, and Nicholas Puran hit 2 fours in that over to score 9 runs. Then RR went with spin from both the sides with Jadeja and Prav Bishnoi into the attack. They only gave away 10 runs in their first 2 overs. Then Jadeja got the wicket of Nicholas Puran, and LSG brought in the impact sub Himmat Singh. Then Mitchell Marsh hit a 4 to Ravi Bishnoi to score 7 runs in that over. Again in the next over, he hit 2 fours, with one being a misfield from Riyan Parag at the cover. The over went for 12 runs, and LSG were 74 for 4 in 12 overs, needing 86 from 8 overs. Then Brijesh bowled a good over, giving away just 6 runs. In the next over, Himmat Singh hit a 6 of Ravindra Jadeja to score 9 runs. The equation went to 71 from 6 overs, with the required run rate close to 12. Then in the next over, Ravi Bishnoi took the wicket of Himmat Singh and did the signing the note celebration looking at the dugout. Mukul came to the middle after the wicket and hit a 6 on the last ball of Bishnoi's over. Then Marsh started the next over with a 6 to get to his 50, but Nandre Berger made an excellent comeback, getting his wicket. Then Shami came to the crease and he also hit a 6 on the last ball of that over. LSG now needed 49 runs from 4 overs. Then Brijesh Sharma came into the attack and got the wickets of both the batters Mukul Chaudhary and Mohammad Shami to almost win the match for RR, as Mukul was the last hope for LSG. Then Jofra Archer took the last 2 wickets in the next over to finish the game and secure a victory for RR by 40 runs. Now let's go through the second innings scoreboard. Mitchell Marsh 55 of 41, Ayush Badoni run out on 0 from 1, Rishabh Pant 0 from 3, Eden Makram 0 from 6. All the top 3 got out on 0. Then Nicholas Puran 22 from 25, Himmat Singh 15 from 15, Mukul Chaudhary 7 from 3, Mohammad Shami 6 from 4, Mayank Yadav 5 from 5. Digvish Rathi not out on 2 from 2 and Mohsin Khan 0 from 3. Then in the bowling card, Jofra Archer 4 overs 3 for 20 with 1 maiden. Nandre Burger 4 overs 2 for 27. Prijay Sharma 3 overs 2 for 18. Ravindra Jadeja 4 overs 1 for 29 and Ravi Bishnoi 3 overs 1 for 23. LSG finished the innings on 119 for 10 in 18 overs with a run rate of 6.61 and there were 7 extras which included 2 leg byes and 5 wides. Now let's go through the fall of wickets. So for LSG, Ayush Badoni lost his wicket in the first over due to that run out by sub Ravi Singh. Then Rishabh Pant got out in the second over, trying to heave the ball on the leg side and getting thin edge to wicketkeeper Dhruv Jurel. Then Eden Markram also got out in the third over, trying to pull the ball, but finding the top edge and going and the ball going up in the air with Jurel taking the catch and Archer taking his first wicket. Then Nicholas Puran got out to Ravindra Jadeja trying to hit for a six, but finding the fielder at long on and Pereira taking the catch. Then Himmat Singh got bowled by Ravi Bishnoi in the 15th over. Then Mitchell Marsh got out in 16th over with Berger bowling an excellent slower delivery with Marsh skying the ball up in the air and Riyan Parag took an excellent catch in the circle. Then Mukul Chaudhary got out to Brijesh Sharma in the 17th over trying to swat a short delivery but only managing it to short cover where Parag took the catch. Then Mohammad Shami was bowled by an excellent Yorker again in the same over by Brijesh Sharma. Then Mayank Yadav got out to Archer in the 18th over, trying to guide the ball to third man, but only managing it to the keeper, where Jurel took a diving catch. Then the last wicket fell in the same over with Mohsin Khan getting bowled with the Yorker. Then for RR, Jaiswal lost his wicket in the third over of the bowling of Mohammad Shami, where Shami bowled an excellent bouncer and Jaiswal managed to just glove it behind the wicket for Rishabh Pant to take a good catch. Then Dhruv Jurel lost his wicket on the next ball, nicking it behind to Rishabh Pant with Mohammad Shami bowling an excellent outswing delivery. Then Vaibhav Suryavanshi lost his wicket in the fourth over of Mohsin Khan, where he bowled at wicket maiden over with Digvish Rathi taking an excellent catch, running back from the circle to hold on to that catch. Then Riyan Parag lost his wicket to Prince Yadav, trying to hit the ball for a six, but only managing a bottom edge, and Nicholas Puran taking a catch on the boundary. Shimran Hetmyer lost his wicket on 77 in the 11th over to Mohsin Khan. Prince Yadav took the catch. Then Donovan Pereira lost his wicket on the 16th over with Prince Yadav bowling that over and Mohsin Khan taking that catch. Now going to the top partnerships of the match. For LSG, the highest partnership was of 43 of 41 deliveries between Mitchell Marsh and Nicholas Puran, with Marsh scoring 18 from 16 and Puran scoring 22 of 25. Then the next highest was of 37 from 29 deliveries between Mitchell Marsh and Himmat Singh. Other than that, they didn't have any other significant partnership. For RR, their highest partnership was that unbeaten partnership of 49 from 25 to take them to that score of 159 between Ravindra Jadeja and Shubham Dubey, where Jadeja scored 29 of 14 and Dubey scored 19 from 11. They also had other partnerships of 33 from 33 between Jadeja and Pereira, 30 from 30 between Hetmyer and Riyan Parag, and 32 of 17 between Vaibhav and Jaiswal. Then going to the graphs. So as you can see in the worm, the LSG worm never kind of came close in the first 16 overs. So they were always behind the RR worm, even though RR also didn't score at higher run rate. You can see how poorly LSG batted with their run rate being very low than the RR run rate. They were almost close to the RR run rate at the 16 over mark, but after that they lost the wickets and got all out on the 18th over. But no, RR after that 16th over, they increased their scoring rate and they scored 43 runs in their last 3 overs, getting them to that 159 total on the board. Then going to the run rate graph, if you see the run rate also, if you see LSG's run rate, it is it started just about 8, but then from the next overs it was below 6 from the second over, and it remained below 6 till the 11th over, but then it was slowly climbing up, and in the 16th over it reached to around 6.93, but after that they ended the innings in the 18th over, losing the remaining wickets. But for RR, they started very well with the run rate of 10 in the third over. Then their run rate also came down below 8, and it remained below 8 throughout the innings, and it almost came down to 7 in the 16th over. But then in the last 4 overs, they scored the runs and brought it back to 8. Then looking at the Manhattan, so we'll look at the RR Manhattan first. So if you see the RR Manhattan, there was a wicket made in the fourth over, which was bowled by Mohsin, and also in the power play there were 2 overs which went for about 10. There was another 2 overs which went for about 10 before the 15th over, and other overs were just below 10, around that 6-7 over run over mark. But after the 16th over, the last 3 overs were 11, 12, and 20. So these 3 overs gave them that total on the board. Now let's look at the LSG Manhattan. So LSG Manhattan, if you look at their Manhattan, they also had a maiden over in the fifth over, and the highest over went for just 12 runs. 2 overs going for just 12 runs, and those were the only 2 overs which went about 10 runs per over. So you can see how poorly they batted. They didn't have any big over, and also their other overs went just below the 10 run mark and around the 6 run mark, but they kept on losing wickets in their last 4 over of the innings. They lost 6 wickets to end their innings. Now let's go to the summary of the match. So LSG again started well with the ball in the power play, taking 3 wickets. They kept RR batters under control for most of the match, taking wickets at regular intervals. RR also had to bring in extra batter as an impact player, as they lost 6 wickets in their 16th over. They also wanted to score more runs, as they knew that the score was not enough. Even after 20 runs came from the last over, LSG kept the target to 160, which was a good target to chase. Their bowlers bowled very well to restrict RR batting lineup to just 159. But again, their batting failed, losing 3 wickets in the power play, and then kept on losing wickets at regular intervals. They were chasing a target of just 160, and they could have played smartly, keeping wickets in hand, considering RR had used their impact player in the batting innings. Pant could have shown some more responsibility as a captain, similar to the way he played against SRH, where they chased down a similar total. But again, as I said in the previous game, changing their batting lineup has affected their batting, and they are not able to gain that confidence as a batting unit. RR also lost 3 quick wickets at the start, but their middle order got them to a defendable total. Their middle order didn't strike at high strike rate, but at least they got some runs for the team. But still, they are having issues with the middle order with no Priyan Parag and Hetman out of runs. Today they had to bring in an extra batter who gave them those extra runs, but at the start they also looked like scoring around 140 to 150, but Jadeja saved them with the bat with the last over. Their bowling was exceptional. Again, they started with wickets in the power play and put the other team under pressure, even with an under par total. They showed similar effort against KKR, where one drop cost them the match, but today they went on one step ahead to win the match, defending such a low total. They held on to their catches and made sure that they end up on the winning side. Also, it was the lowest score defended so far in this year's IPL. if they are able to solve the issues in the middle order, then they will have a good chance going forward in the season. Now let's look at the points table. So RR moved to the second position with 7 matches played, with 5 wins and 2 losses and 10 points with a net run rate of 0.79, whereas LSG are at the ninth position with 2 wins and 5 losses with just 4 points and net run rate of minus 1.277. Now let's look at the graphs. So in the points graph, if you look at the LSG points graph, they are still on 4 points after losing their last 4 matches. And if you look at the RR points graph, they moved to 10 points after the win in this match, where they also remained on 8 points after losing the last 2 matches. But now with this win, they move on to 10 points. If we look at the position graph, so LSG remain in the ninth position after losing this game, but RR have jumped from fourth position to the second position after a win in this match. Whereas RCB moved one position down from second to third, and SRH also moved one position down from third to fourth. So these were the only changes after this match. So that's it in this video, and let me know your thoughts about this video in the comments, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.